We're going to subtract rational expressions. And if you notice, we do not have a common denominator, so that's the first thing we have to do. We have to find a common denominator. And I'm going to start by factoring this. This is a difference of squares, so I can factor it as x plus 3 times x minus 3. So let's take a look at this so we can determine what the common denominator is. I know that both of the terms have an x plus 3. I also know that the first term on top of the x plus 3, it also has an x minus 3. And for the second term, I only have the x plus 3, so I don't have anything extra. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the denominator that I'm going to use, or the common denominator, it's going to be x plus 3 times x minus 3. So let's go back to our original expression. If you notice in the first one, I already have x plus 3 times x minus 3 on the denominator. So I don't have to do anything to that one. I'm just going to rewrite it. 2x squared minus 30 over x plus 3 times x minus 3. The second one, however, doesn't have the x minus 3. So what I'm going to have to do is that I'm going to have to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by x minus 3. And remember, the reason we can do this is because x minus 3 over x minus 3 is 1. So basically we're just multiplying by 1. So it doesn't change the value. So then we're going to have x plus 5 over x plus 3. And now we are going to use FOIL on this one. The first one is going to stay the same, and I'm going to rewrite it using a common denominator. So we're going to have x plus 3 times x minus 3. Again, the first term stays exactly the same way, 2x squared minus 30. The negative sign is affecting every single thing on the right side of the negative sign. So I'm going to write negative for this negative sign, parenthesis, and I'm going to FOIL everything, but again, everything will be inside of the parentheses. So it is x times x, it is x squared, and then x times 5 is 5x. Let's see, I made a mistake here. 5x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Let's go ahead and rewrite this. 2x squared minus 30 minus, and I'm going to combine like terms, x squared, 5x minus 3x is positive 2x minus 15. All of it over x plus 3 times x minus 3. And now I'm going to distribute the negative sign. So that means that every sign or every single term inside of the parentheses, it's going to change the sign. So I will have 2x squared minus 30 minus x squared minus 2x plus 15. Why? Because negative times negative is positive. Over x plus 3 times x minus 3. So now we're going to combine like terms. 2x squared minus x squared, that is x squared, minus 2x, stays like that. Negative 30 plus 15 is negative 15, over x plus 3 times x minus 3. Once you get to this step, you want to check to see if you can factor this trinomial, and if by factoring you will be able to cancel anything on the denominator. And it happens that I can cancel something. If I were to factor this trinomial, I will end up with x minus 5 times x plus 3. Because negative 5 times 3 is negative 15, and negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. Over x plus 3 times x minus 3. So I can cancel the x plus 3 with the x plus 3. So the answer will be x minus 5 over x minus 3. And the values of x that I cannot have because they will make the expression undefined are positive, negative 3. Because if you solve for x here, you will have positive 3. If you solve for x on this one, it will be negative 3. So that's the first example. Let's go ahead and work on another one. So now we're going to work on 3x minus 2 over 2x plus 5 minus 2 over 5x minus 2. This one is similar to number 7. I remember most of you were struggling with number 7, but it's just a subtraction. If you notice, there's nothing in common amongst these two. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the common denominator is going to be the product of this one times this one. So it means that I'm going to multiply the first term by this denominator and the second term by this denominator. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first one, I'm going to multiply it by 5x minus 2 over 5x minus 2. And then times 3x minus 2 over 2x plus 5 minus the second one, I'm going to multiply it by 2x plus 5 over 2x plus 5. 2x plus 5 over 2x plus 5. And then I'm going to rewrite it 2 over 5x minus 2. So times 2 over 5x minus 2. So now we're going to FOIL it. So I'll have 5x times 3x, that is 15x squared. 5x times negative 2 is negative 10x. Then negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. And negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Over 5x minus 2 times 2x plus 5. Minus. Now we're going to distribute the 2. So it's going to be 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 5 is 10. Over, and I'm just going to write it in the same order, 5x minus 2 times 2x plus 5. So then, we're going to combine like terms. And remember, this negative sign is affecting every single thing on this side. So we're going to have 15x squared. Negative 10x minus 6x is negative 16x plus 4 minus 4x minus 10. All of it over 5x minus 2 times 2x plus 5. And then we combine like terms. This is the only x squared, so I'm just going to rewrite it. 15x squared. Negative 16x plus 4. I'm sorry, negative 16x minus 4x is negative 20x. And 4 minus 10 is negative 6. Over 5x minus 2 times 2x plus 5. And the values of x that I cannot have are 2 over 5 and 5 over 2. Remember, to find these values, you make each one of the factors on the denominator equal to 0, and then you solve for x. And this is negative 5 over 2 actually. Let's try one more example. We are going to try now 2x squared plus 64 over x squared minus 64 minus x minus 4 over x plus 8. And this is similar to the first one. We're going to start by factoring this. This is x plus 8 times x minus 8. So both of them, both of my terms have x plus 8. The first one, on top of the x plus 8, it also has an x minus 8. The second one doesn't really have anything extra. So then the final denominator, it's going to be x plus 8 times x minus 8. Just like on the first example, I don't have to do anything to the first term because it already has that denominator. So I'm just going to write x plus 8, x minus 8. The second term, however, doesn't have the x minus 8, so I'm going to multiply this by x minus 8 over x minus 8. And this is times x minus 4 over x plus 8. Now remember, this negative sign is affecting every single thing after the sign. So we're going to have 2x squared plus 64 minus, and then I'm going to use a parenthesis, x times x is x squared, x times negative 4, negative 4x, negative 8 times x, negative 8x, and negative 8 times negative 4, positive 32. All of it over x plus 8 times x minus 8. So now we're going to combine like terms inside of the parentheses. So that is 2x squared plus 64 minus parenthesis x squared. Negative 4x minus 8x is negative 12x plus 32 over x plus 8 times x minus 8. And again, we're going to distribute the negative sign. So it will be 2x squared plus 64 minus x squared plus 12x minus 32 over x plus 8 times x minus 8. And now we're going to combine like terms. So 2x squared minus x squared is going to be x squared. The 12x stays like that. And 64 minus 32 is positive 32 over x plus 8 times x minus 8. And again, you want to see if you can factor the numerator, and if by doing so you will be able to cancel anything on the denominator. Well, if I factor this, I'm looking for two numbers, or two factors of 32. Their sum is 12. So that's going to be 8 and 4. So it's going to be x plus 8, x plus 4 over x plus 8 times x minus 8. So I can cancel this, the x plus 8 over x plus 8. So the answer is x plus 4 over x minus 8, and the values of x that I cannot have are positive, negative, 8. If you have any questions on this, please write the questions down and bring them to class.